Welcome to the 7th episode of the Explorer Note Readings. Today we'll be finishing off the second half of Mei Yin's notes that can be found on the island. Enjoy, Survivor. A woman named Helena arrived at my camp yesterday, though not to hire me. She said that she was a scholar, studying the creatures on this island, and that she wanted to observe my beasts. I turned her away at first, not trusting her intentions. How could I? What mad fool would bother with scholarly pursuits in a place like this? Yet she persisted, and in time I was convinced of her honesty. I don't know if I made the right decision. Helena is constantly asking strange questions. Why does she need to know so much about my beast's feces and mating behavior? What a bizarre person. When Helena arrived, I was constantly glancing in her direction, wondering just what she was scribbling in that thick book of hers. Now I hardly notice her unless we're speaking. The questions haven't stopped, but thankfully they aren't always about things like animal feces. Sometimes we just talk about something simple, like cooking. Neither of us are very good at it, but together we've managed to make a few things that tasted better than plain meat. Yet before long, my territory will be silent once more. Helena says she has to move on, and war is brewing in the south. Someone will need my sword very soon. The war in the south is not an ordinary one. According to the member of the Painted Sharks that arrived to hire me, his tribe is fighting the new Legion. I admit, that gave me pause. They were formidable before, and they've grown even stronger since we last met. Yet I have grown stronger too, and the Sharks were clearly in desperate straits. I could not turn them away. As I readied for war, I recalled a dream I had many months ago. I still don't believe in fate, but maybe this is my nature. On this island, maybe I can actually be like Lieutenant Guan. My beasts are precisely what the Sharks lacked. Most of their martial strength lies at sea. On land, they lacked a unit with the ferocity of a true vanguard. Without that, they could merely withstand the Legion's siege, not break it. That changed when the beasts crashed into the Legion's rear like a great wave. I can still hear the cheers as the Legion fled. I can feel the echo of the emotion that swelled in my chest. If I could return home, I imagine that is what I would feel like. I won't dare forget it. Sometimes I fear that I have grown fangs or horns without noticing. What else can explain the way others look at me? In battle, the Sharks cheer me, but afterwards we rarely speak. I camp separately and only am summoned when it's time to discuss strategy. I do not understand. Trust is rare on this island, I know that, but have I not bled in their defense? Have my beasts not died fighting their battles? Perhaps it's just the strain of war. We're in Legion territory now, taking the battle to them. Soon the war will be won. Surely then the Sharks will not fear me. When anger rises, think of the consequences. I know this by heart, yet I cannot help but seethe with fury. Even Wu Sui is keeping his distance. Last night, I awoke to the sound of thunder coming from the Sharks' main camp. I rushed to their aid, but blinded by the night and consumed with panic, they attacked my pack. By the time order was restored, we'd both sustained losses. Clearly, this was the work of the enemy, but those fools blame me for the confusion. Some even claim I torched their camp. How dare they question my honor after all I've done? Cowards! They have no right. I should have foreseen this. Though I put my pride aside, those audacious Sharks could not. At their behest, I began the long trek back to my own territory this morning. They say that they will finish the war without me. Doubtful. Without my pack at the van, the new Legion will surely smash them into pieces. But what can I do? I cannot protect them if they do not want my protection. Will the Legion come for me afterwards? I cannot say, but if they do, I know that I will receive no aid. I must rely on my own strength, and right now, I fear it insufficient. I need to become stronger. I need the Demon King. He is mine. After a mighty struggle, the power of the Demon King is now mine to unleash. The cost was almost too great. I brought only my swiftest beasts on the hunt, hoping to run him in circles, but even still he managed to kill many of them. Were it not for Wu Sui, he may have killed me as well, but my Wu Sui is both swift and cunning. He knew exactly what distance to maintain, exactly when to retreat. No steed could prove more true. Tomorrow I must begin acclimating the Demon King to life in my pack, but for tonight, I will allow myself to celebrate. I was wise to test the Demon King's hunting skills from atop one of my flying beasts. When he stumbled down a small rock formation, his eyes glowed with that familiar hatred, and suddenly he proved deaf to my commands. In time, he calmed down and obeyed me once more, but it was a fearsome thing to witness. I think I will keep him apart from the other beasts. Not only will it keep them safe, but it will calm their nerves. They have been tense since his arrival. I cannot blame them. The Demon King's power could save or doom us. I must use him with extreme care. Am I making a mistake? Maybe. The closer that great pillar of light gets on the horizon, the more my concern grows. It is a gamble, no question. Helena said that she did not know if this pillar of light will behave like the other one. Yet, if it does, if we are transported to some other plane to battle a monster for a mysterious key, then there's a chance that this could be the first step on the path home. If not that, then at least a path away from the island and the new Legion. Technically, Helena has hired me, but that small chance is payment enough. It's worth the risk. I hope I am prepared. Had I let fear rule me and left the Demon King behind, then Helena and I would be dead. Only with his strength were we able to defeat the gigantic ape. His rage cost some of my pack their lives in the aftermath, but that was the price of victory, the price of hope. The key we were rewarded with matches the one Helena already had. This means the third pillar must lead to a third key, and when combined, what then? It's uncertain, but if each pillar takes us somewhere, then maybe their combined power can take us anywhere. Maybe it can take us home. Damn those new Legion cowards! At full strength I could have fended them off, but they attacked just as we returned from the Pillar of Light. What beasts I had were exhausted, and the Demon King flew into a rage before I could start a retreat. When that happened, all hope was lost. The last thing I remember is a sharp pain in my side. When I awoke, I was alone with Wu Sui. Both of us were covered in blood, but Wu Sui's wounds were deeper. I cannot fathom how he carried me to safety in such a state. I must find a place to hide. Wu Sui and I are alone now, and barely clinging to hope. My dearest friend is gone. To his last, he was magnificent. The creatures that attacked us were larger, and with his wounds they were even faster. But no beast could ever match Wu Sui in spirit. I buried him where he fell, saving me one last time. I was unworthy of such a loyal friend, but I will avenge him. His true murderers will pay, not the beasts, but the new Legion. They are responsible. I swear by the souls of all my ancestors that I will find their leader and drive my blade into his heart. In Wu Sui's name, I will take his head. As I thought, the new Legion was at the Pillar of Light. I sighted them as they departed and have been following them ever since. They are too many for me to fight head-on. If they spot me, I'll be killed. But I know how to hide from sight and mask my scent from their beasts. It did not take long to discern which one was the leader. No one else walks with his pride or gestures with his authority. I could probably have hit him with an arrow by now, but I want him to see my face. I want him to know that the Beast Queen vanquished him. I soon regretted freeing Helena from her cage before following the Legion through the portal they opened. She was too focused on the wonders around us. When she saw that most of the Legion was dead, she even tried to dissuade me from killing their leader. I knocked her unconscious. I wish her no harm, but I cannot let her interfere. At least she told me his name, Nerva. That is the man I will kill here, on this most fitting stage. I admit, it is beautiful. The stars shine so clearly. I can think of no better place for my vengeance. Here, at the edge of heaven, let our battle finally be decided.